Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Attack the Baseline, a WNBA podcast where every episode we attack our baseline knowledge of the WNBA. We're your hosts, John and Kristen Barber, and today we're back to talk about the unveiling of brand new, Unrivaled Season 2 squads, ball clubs, and we just had the big reveal video yesterday, the reveal stream with Tosh and Aaliyah and Renee Montgomery, and it was a lot of fun. And now we have 8 new teams to talk about. So before we get into that, Kristen, how are you?
I am okay. John knows I'm struggling right now. I have a cavity. Mm-hmm. And it hurts. My tooth really hurts. Mm-hmm. And I've been calling our dentist. He must be on a cruise. Legitimately, I think he's on a cruise. Mm-hmm. And he's not answering the phone. And for almost a week now, my tooth has been hurting me.
Off and on, but yes.
So that sounds dramatic.
But Doc, if you're listening.
But really, it's painful. Mm-hmm. And I'm I don't know what to do. When are you going to be answering your phone? Do I need to go find a new dentist? I really don't want to do that.
No.
So please come home.
Yeah, please come home.
And please call me back. Mm-hmm. I hope it was a lovely vacation.
But
I need my cavity filled.
Yes. We're just
I need something.
Full on realness right now.
It's just really putting me in a bad mood.
No one likes a toothache.
No
one likes a toothache. Hopefully this is resolved soon, but Kristen's going to be a trooper in this one. I believe in her. I believe that Unrivaled will get the best out of her. Looking at these 6-player teams will get her excited for season 2 and what we're going to get to see this upcoming year. If you'd like to send us an email and let us know about a time that you had a toothache, you could do so at our email, attackthebaseline@gmail.com. Connect with us on Bluesky, Instagram, TikTok. Leave us a 5-star rating and review on whatever platform it is that you follow the show. Click subscribe to make sure that you're getting up to date whenever we drop a new episode. And, tell your friends, tell your family, let them know about the show, and spread the good word, especially as we get into college basketball season, which we're hoping to, talk a little bit about in this W off season. There will be plenty of women's basketball, even in the absence of the W right now, to get into. And we're going to bring it now to Unrivaled. Let's get into it. So we had the big Unrivaled stream. It was an hour and 20 minutes. I didn't know what to expect. I was going in thinking we were going to watch the coaches do this draft that we got, TikTok snippets and Instagram reels of. Never saw the coaches. It was just 3 folks on our screen: Tosh Cloud, Aaliyah Edwards, Renee Montgomery, as I mentioned before, and they simply revealed the teams to us, going in reverse order from pod F to pod A.
Don't even say that to me.
And going all over the place. What were your takeaways watching this stream?
I really wanted to see the draft. Mm-hmm. And I guess a draft just has other implications, who goes first, who goes last. You don't want any drama in that sense. Mm-hmm. And as far as I'm aware, I don't think there's any better compensation for going higher in the draft.
Right.
So in that sense, the draft doesn't really mean anything. So we did not see the draft. I really wish we did, though, because it really, I think, would help me comprehend these teams. Mm-hmm. And I think, honestly, I mean, we know who picked first. We know the Breeze picked first. Mm-hmm. We know that, I guess, the Rose picked last.
Yeah. We do know that.
It was a snake draft. But I'm not sure if they drafted everyone drafted pod F and then everyone drafted pod E. I don't think so.
But that is the only way that it makes sense.
But some of them,
to me,
some of them already had protected players
from the different pods,
all in different pods.
Mm-hmm. Right. So
I
at
guess
that point,
you wouldn't go on your turn.
right. You just get skipped.
That's like, I don't know. I really would have liked to see it.
Yeah.
Because some things in here, I'm just like not understanding. So I really would have liked to see that.
Yeah. And my issue, like on the Unrivaled website, they let you craft a 6-player team, but they didn't sort the players on the website into their pods. So like we were getting all these, impossible team structures, and it really would have been nice if I thought every player was going to be on the table, but once you pick a player from a pod, then you're barred out from that pod. And that would make sense to me. But I guess you'd kind of naturally need to build in skips because there are teams that already have 2 or 1 protected player. It just felt a little wonky, especially because, as I said, they're like, we're going to go in reverse order. We're going to start with pod F.
Well, they did that last year too for some insane reason.
I guess it's just because of the, like, I don't know, the flashier guard players are at the top. And that's like the only reason why. Because like, Paige is up there and like.
So then make
KP
Paige
is up
in
there.
F.
Right, exactly. Just flip. Like.
F doesn't have to be the bigs.
Correct.
Could have been the guards.
Correct.
I don't know. That's just insane to me.
Yeah.
But it's just like talking about last year, they showed us so much last year of this whole process.
It was the coaches sitting around the table. They were agreeing on, creating fair clubs, and they were like locking in, but then trading players. But it was like a communal event here. And I enjoyed hearing that conversation between those coaches. And again, we didn't get any of that this year. You can kind of infer to some degree what the order might have been. If you're saying, okay, you have to draft pod A, like if the 1-1 pick for the Breeze was pod A and they went down, but then they just reversed it when they revealed it to us, you have to expect that the Breeze selected Paige first overall. And that lines up because Paige is on the Breeze. The last announcement of the night.
I mean, if they started with F, they could have selected Cam first because everyone does Fs.
Right. But I don't know.
I think that's a possibility. They could have done that. I don't know. I would have just liked more details.
Yeah. Well, and especially like during the stream, this was my biggest problem. But of course, you're going to have to work out a lot of kinks. There were multiple players revealed when they were not supposed to be revealed. Most specifically on the Lunar Owls. We found out that Marino was a Lunar Owl. We found out that Beck Allen was a Lunar Owl. Like several picks before they were actually announced to be members of the team because of just little glitches. Because of, thanks to admin, could have just like done a slideshow and just click, click, click instead of like whatever was happening on the screen. I don't know how you glitch it out the way that you do, but like, man, it was wild. And you had Aaliyah at one moment was correcting Renee for something that Renee said of like, oh, we're going to skip past the laces because that was a wrong reveal. And Aaliyah's like, oh no, they just, it was chaotic.
No, but it was for sure chaotic.
But it was fun.
But they handled it. They were having a great time.
They were having a good time.
They were good vibes. Jackie came on.
Which
I don't really know why, but was also fun.
Well, that was funny too, because they were like, can we reveal Jackie? Like, we're not allowed to say what club Jackie is on, but like she was already protected by the laces.
But then Jackie revealed that Slim was on the laces, which she shouldn't have done, but it was okay because they had already accidentally shown Slim being on the so it was that was crazy.
Yeah. But we get to see Aaliyah Edwards not be selected by the Mist and become a Lunar Owl. That was interesting. You get to see Tosh not be protected by the Phantom, but be selected later by the Phantom and run around, do a couple laps. I mean, Natasha Cloud is just amazing. She's just so funny. So funny. And just the perfect person to put here. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. I'm amazed that it went as long as it did. And they said like, oh, we have to speed it up here because you could tell like halfway through, oh, we're going to go rapid fire through D and C and B and A. But I guess it was made sense that it took longer at the beginning because nobody was protecting players in pods E and F or even D. Like they were mostly protecting A, B, C players because of however they decided to organize these pods. So why don't we briefly talk about the protections? Like, do you have the list there? Could you go down who got protected and if there was any real shockers here?
No shockers. The Laces protected Jackie and AT, which really was your only options. No one else came back other than Kate. The Mist protected Stewie. You're going to do that. She's the founder. The Owls protected Fee and Skylar Diggins. Protecting Fee is a given. We went back and forth of who do we think the Owls will select after Fee. And I think it does make sense to select Sky. I mean, she's just kind of like the point guard to go along with Fee. So I think it makes sense. The Phantom protected Satu. The Rose protected Chelsea and Ka. And the Vinyl protected Ryan and De'Erica.
Yes. So yeah, no surprises. I would have obviously personally protected Alicia Gray instead of Skylar Diggins, but that is, up to interpretation. Obviously, Sky has a mentality for Unrivaled, hit so many game winners last year. It's not a bad selection by the Lunar Owls, but it's like the main one that I could see argued the other way because at the end of the day, Alicia provided a little bit more scoring than Sky. Not that much more, like a point and a half, I think, when you look at the stats from last year. But I don't know. Lunar Owls had to make a difficult decision at the end of the day, more so than some of the other clubs. And then it's just interesting to see that some players at the, regardless, end up on the same teams that they could have been protected on. The Rose Basketball Club has 4 out of the 6 players that were on their clubs last year. So of course, minus all the players, the relief players that played for them, but 4 of their main 6 return as they look to, potentially repeat here. So I think the best way to talk about these teams is we're going to do a little power ranking. And then once we mention a team, then we can just talk about them in a little bit more detail. So why don't we go right into it? We got 8 clubs. We're going to go from the bottom up. And I just want to preface this. I did a way out there way to decide what this order was. I did some crazy system where I was assigning points to players and just took whatever the numbers spit out at me, and that was the way too early power rankings. If you disagree with me, you have every right to come for me in the comments. It's fine. Just don't be mean. Just don't be mean because it's fine. It's fine. They've never played a game. Some of these players have never played a game in Unrivaled. So just be real. Number 8.
Well, okay, but we're going to have different ones.
We are going to have different ones.
I did this in maybe 8 minutes, quickly glancing.
Just guts.
Just guts. Yep.
I dug into it a little more than that, but again, it's a complete crapshoot. We thought some teams were going to be crazy good last year, and then they end up winning only a few games, and then the Lunar Owls won all but one game. So who the heck knows? But I will say, I think these clubs across the board are pretty closely matched. I feel all right with how they're all ending up being constructed. So even the team that I have in the 8th spot, they're not that far away from the 1 spot, and certainly could be the case. So I'll start then.
Okay.
I'll say mine, you say yours, and then we'll talk about those 2 teams if they're different. Talk about the same one if it's the same one.
Okay.
In the 8th spot, I have the Breeze Basketball Club. Bit of a shocker, I'm sure, with the star power of Paige Beckers and Dominique Malunga. I'll just quickly say the team is Paige Beckers, Rakia Jackson, Dominique Malunga, Arie McDonald, Kate Martin, and Cam Brink. And that's why I'll explain why I have them there in a little more detail after you tell me your team.
After I say my team.
Yes.
Okay. I apologize.
No.
My team is the Lunar Owls.
I don't think it's that hot of a take.
Okay.
I do not think it's that hot of a take.
A true fall from grace if this happens.
Who's on the Lunar Owls?
Skylar Diggins, Marina Mabry, Nafisa Collier, Rachel Bannum, Rebecca Allen, and Aaliyah Edwards.
Okay. Let's talk Breeze real quick. My biggest thing here is that who knows what Dominique could look like in 3-on-3. Obviously, she's massively talented, but she's also very young. And my biggest thing is like, Cam is the biggest like what if for me. What can Cam do in this format? Arie McDonald coming off of a broken foot, that is something to take into consideration. And again, very close here to the team I have next. I just needed some way to do this. And I think there's the fact that they're the two young rookie stars, Paige and Dominique. But like, I just think it's a level of experience thing to me, because they're going to be part of your big three, you presume, with Rakia, I would guess, is how they start things. And I don't know. Just purely on experience alone, I think that's why I have them down here. Well, what do you think about the Breeze Basketball Club?
I love this team. I also did a vibes ranking, and we don't have to go into that in much.
They're high on a vibes ranking.
The same detail. This is my number one vibe team. Such a fun team. A young team. Like, they are... I think they have potential. I don't see them necessarily winning a championship, but like, they have a lot of potential. I think they're going to love playing together. They're just going to have so much fun. And like, a lot of them know each other already because they're all like around the same age.
Right.
Like, this is like number one vibes for me.
It's funny because, yes, I can totally agree with that. I can totally agree. We got Purple Page here. Like, that's huge. But you said they got to be the youngest team by age. I don't know for sure,
yeah,
but they have to be. They have the youngest player in the league there. But not saying they won't be fun. They will be a blast. I just got to put somebody there.
Sure. I think they are also like very tall, having Dominique and Cam. Not that they'll play together necessarily, but like, they have a lot of different lineups potentially of very tall players. And like, I'm so excited to see Rakia again this year. I think she's going to be great. And I think Paige is going to be really good. So
we'll find out where you have them later on when we get there. Lunar Owls. Why are the Lunar Owls in the 8th spot for you?
Well, okay. So they have Sky, Fee, and Aaliyah Edwards, who played last year. Marina really didn't play at all last year. So they have 3 newbies.
Effectively.
Yeah, effectively. And I just feel like, I don't want to talk badly of any players. It's just having like Rachel Bannum and Rebecca Allen, both coming from the Sky, who just had such an awful season. And like, yeah, they could get hot and they could play well in 3-on-3. You never know. But I just like am not confident that we will see the best out of them in this, I don't know, on this team or in this format. It just seems like not a necessarily cohesive team to me.
Yeah, no, I think that's very fair. I mean, they're kind of small. They have Aaliyah Edwards, and then like Fee is the next biggest player there. And Fee is one of those all around talents. Obviously, she was the MVP of the league last year. So that raises your ceiling. But the fact that you lose, like, you swap out Courtney Williams, who is, a mid-range menace, so good from that so speedy, and you swap out Alicia Gray for Rebecca Allen and Rachel Banham. Yeah, that is a major difference.
Yeah.
A major difference. And you pointed out Marina does not have that much experience. She was pretty fun in the brief glimpse that we saw her in season 1, but we really don't know what she could be like in this format, if she'll be that good for this club. I don't think it's that hot of a take, even though they were so good in the regular season of season 1, to have them down here.
It's a significantly different team.
Significantly. Yes. But the core, the pick and roll of Nafisa and Sky is going to have to carry the day, and quite possibly could.
Yeah, but I feel like such the success last year was Court and Fee already having chemistry with each other and playing with each other in Minnesota.
Right. And meanwhile, like, you have Marina and Aaliyah, who have some amount of probably small chemistry for the time that they were on the Sun, and you have Beck and Rachel, but like, I don't even know if you could say that Rachel Banham and Beck Allen have a ton of chemistry, because it didn't necessarily show in Chicago this past year. So totally appropriate. Well, we had different teams, so why don't we go up to number 7, and I'll let you go first.
In 7th place, I have the Hive Basketball Club.
Okay. In 7th, I have Laces Basketball Club. Hive first. Okay. Who we got on the Hive?
Kelsey Mitchell, Sonia Citron, Ezzy Magbagor, Natisha Heidemann, Sanaya Rivers, and Mo Billings.
Fun club. Kelsey Mitchell, thank goodness that she's doing well. She is going to be so good in Unrivaled. I do not doubt that. I also feel the same way about Sonia. I think Sanaya Rivers could be like defensive player of the season. But after that, I don't know. Obviously, Natisha is a good scorer, but I think there's going to be so much need for scoring from Sonia and Kelsey, who are going to be kind of doing a similar role here, that you're going to find out soon. I don't think the Hive are particularly high in my ratings, but they were talking about them in the broadcast last night, that they could be this underdog surprise team, which, could be the case, but hopefully Kelsey Mitchell's has her legs underneath her for the entirety of the season.
Yeah, I mean, Kelsey Mitchell, Sanaya, Mo, they definitely bring that like underdog mentality. I'm worried for Ezzy. I think Ezzy just didn't have a great year in the W. So I really would love to see Ezzy grow in this format, but I'm not sure it'll be a faster format than what she's used to. So we will see with Ezzy. Yeah.
I think it would be cool if we see like a trajectory of what we saw as a Ray last year in Unrivaled with Ezzy, giving her opportunities to sort of stretch her game out. Obviously, we know Ezzy is a good defensive player, so that they're going to need that. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I like the Hive branding. Kristen doesn't necessarily love the gray and the yellow. I kind of like the gray and the yellow. I think the jerseys look pretty sharp. Laces Basketball Club, Kristen's team, has Naz Hillman, Alyssa Thomas, Jackie Young, Maddie Segrist, Jordan Canada, and Brittany Sykes. Biggest reason I have here them down so low is that I think they are the smallest club.
They were the smallest last year.
And I know that. But that's going to put a lot of pressure again on Alyssa Thomas to anchor this. We know Naz Hillman is also a great defender, but I think like they're going to have such a huge defensive load to bear for this team that I am just a little nervous.
Slim is a very good defender.
Yeah, rangy. I'll give you that.
This is going to be the fastest team of any of them.
You think so?
You cannot slow down. Jackie, Slim, Jordan Canada.
I also kind of point out that like there has to be at least an element of maybe some injury concern. Jordan Canada, she gets her knocks.
Everyone
sometimes.
is hurt.
Maddie Segrist gets hurt. Jackie was hurt. Alyssa Thomas hurt her hand in the finals.
Everyone was hurt last year.
Yes, I know. And I don't want that. I don't want to project that, but I'm just like, gotta think of a reason.
I'm taking offense
Okay,
to this.
sure. Take offense.
Okay.
Well, I'll say that I had the Hive Basketball Club at the 6th position, interchangeable between the two. They got the same score in my convoluted ranking system, but they're in a similar tier.
Okay. Well, just for the 8th, for the Laces, I will say, I really, with the height situation, I don't understand why Naz Hillman is on this team. Like, in that big group, there's 2 groups of bigs.
Right.
Group C, Group F. And I feel like they have the smallest in both of them. So I just don't understand in a draft situation where you have AT,
Yep.
who can very much compete with an Ezi Magbagor, who's a fellow C pod member. I just feel like you need to look for the height in your Group F.
Sure.
And for whatever reason, they did not do that.
Nope.
So I do not understand.
Maybe they just want to get out and run.
I don't understand where they picked Naz.
Right.
What number did this fall in that you picked her?
So they were picking like 5th or 6th, I guess, in the order.
Yeah.
So they would have selected her there.
And like, I support having Slim and Jordan Canada. Love them. But they very much are just like very quick, small players. So do we need both of them?
I don't know.
So this is, with my Laces, I'm a bit confused.
Sure.
So you mentioned your 6th.
Yes, the Hive Basketball Club was my 6th. Your 6th.
My 6th is the Vinyl Basketball Club.
Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Who's on the Vinyl Basketball Club?
The Vinyl Basketball Club is Courtney Williams, Ryan Howard, Dearica Hamby, Erica Wheeler, Ray Burrell, and Brittany Griner.
We got a fun club here, an experienced club here. Ryan and Dearica, the protections, good players. We're both pretty good in season 1. Obviously, why they got retained. We've already kind of talked about Court, how good she was on the Lunar Owls. She comes here to be added shooting and passing. Wheels was one of the surprise names, I feel like, in this season's reveal. She had a good end of her season with the Storm. Sweet Baby Ray, fully healthy. She grew a lot in the first season of Unrivaled. And BG, she got that relationship with Ryan. What has you so down on them?
I fully think that as a first, like the starting 3 in Court, Ryan, Dearica, they could compete with anyone.
Good start. Very good starting 3.
Very good. I'm not sure what we're going to get out of Erica Wheeler.
Sure.
In this format.
That's fair.
BG just doesn't thrive in the quickness of the game.
I think that's fair too.
Of course, defensively is incredible. She's going to give us a dunk or two, we hope. And Ray was good last season of Unrivaled, but then she really didn't have a good season in the W this year. I mean, fine, not bad, I would say, but fine.
Got injured, to be fair, to start the season. That sort of slowed her down. I think I'm a storyline for this club. I'm very excited to see like Teaspoon and Court, like what their relationship is going to look like. We are believers of Teresa Witherspoon. I want to know what year 2 looks like for her. She did have that hot streak where they won a bunch of games, and the Vinyl, they were in the final. They were in the final against the Rose.
They beat the Owls, yep.
They beat the Owls. Ryan, she's feisty when it comes to Unrivaled. She obviously cares about it. Was very vocal in the 1v1 tournament, if you recall, when she crashed out on Twitter. I thought I was going to be down on this team, but you'll find out later where I have them in my rankings. So that was 6. Moving up to 5, my 5th team, we've already talked about, is the Lunar Owls. So I'm down. The Lunar Owls are not going to be a playoff team to me. They could really be in any of that range, that 5 to 8 range. I feel pretty good about them not being 14-1 or whatever they were in 12-1, I think, last season's regular season. Apologies for my Hootie Who fans out there. I'm having a tough time.
Yeah.
Losing members of this club. It really is impacting me.
I know.
And you, in your fifth spot?
My fifth, I have the Breeze.
Okay. We've already talked about them as well. Yeah. So you think the Breeze, not necessarily a playoff caliber team either.
But I think they finish in the middle. I think this is a really solid team for having to draft completely from scratch.
Okay. But it's funny that we have the 5 and the 8s flip-flopped here. We have the Hive down there as well. And then we see clearly a difference in the laces and the vinyl. Moving up to number 4, who do you have in your 4 spot?
4, I have the laces.
Okay. Just making the playoff cut. In my 4 spot, I have the Phantom Basketball Club. So let's talk about them. The Phantom is comprised of Satu Sabli, Kiki Iriafen, Natasha Cloud, Dana Evans, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Plum. Now, you are a huge believer in several of these players, I would say. Kristen's become a huge Dana Evans fan. Especially in the playoff run. Huge Dana Evans fan. Has always been a huge Kelsey Plum fan. Natasha Cloud.
I'm a fan of all these ladies.
It's good. It's a good squad.
Big fan.
It's a good squad. I feel like very well-rounded, has size, has shooting, has passing, has a whole lot, has a lot of different looks that they can do.
Has a lot of dogs.
The reason that I have them 4 is because Satu had a great playoff run. Not going to deny Satu's playoff run. Satu was not the best when it came to Unrivaled last year. She needs to be better for them to be a high caliber team. And the Phantom were
they went through
arguably the worst coach team.
They went through a lot last year.
They did. And it's hard to imagine them not being better than they were last year. But that's why I have them.
You'll see where I have them.
Excited to know. Okay, so
we're doing 5. Oh, 4. I said laces. Okay.
Yes. So 3, I have the Rose Basketball Club.
I have the Mist Basketball Club.
Okay. Are we going to have talked about everybody at this point?
I guess so.
I guess so. Mist first. Who's on the Mist?
Mist has Alicia Gray, Brianna Stewart, Alana Smith, Veronica Burton, Arike Agumbawale, and Lee Yaru.
It's a good team.
That's a really good team.
Really good team. Really good team. Veronica Burton, the most improved player, has a whole lot of everything. She can do it all. Obviously, Alicia Gray's there. I think Lee Yaru is going to be a sneaky great player in Unrivaled. I'm very excited to see what she's going to bring to this team. Stewie, are you healthy, Stewie?
We don't know.
Stewie, are you healthy, Stewie?
We don't know, Stewie. Are you going to put 100% into this? We don't know.
She is an owner. She is an owner, an investor. I think she's going to want to play better than she did last year.
I think so.
Which is why I'm kind of factoring that here. And like Alana Smith. I think Alana Smith could be awesome in Unrivaled.
Incredible.
I think she's going to be very fun. I don't see a lot of flaws in this club personally. And I think everybody can kind of like, even Lee can kind of step out and shoot 3. So
perhaps
I think I feel pretty confident if in a wide open shot from this entire squad.
Yeah. For me, it really it really comes down to the bench units as what I'm saying, as I've been saying. Like, I'm just not sure with Arike and Lee how they're going to play.
Sure.
I think everyone else will be great.
Sure. Okay. So those are your weak link points. But Arike had some dog moments in season 1.
Yeah,
so
she
like
did.
Maybe she's going to want to bring it out. So we'll say.
This is also a very tall team.
Yes.
And a very good shooting team.
A lot of size. And I'm not really worried about the speed. You know, they're going to play one of these bigs at all times. But like, I think they can get down the floor enough. I think like, man, I'm like really like similar to how high I was on Kelsey Mitchell in this format. I really think Veronica Burton's going to be very good. So just watch out for that. You'll find out where I missed. So that was our 3. I had the Rose. You had the Mist. Let's talk about the Rose Basketball Club here. The defending champion Rose Basketball Club. I already mentioned they have 4 returning players for their squad. Chelsea Gray, Kalia Copper, Lexi Hull, and Azure Stevens. They also added Shakira Austin and Shug Sutton to their squad this year. At first, when I was first looking at the squads, I really thought that the Rose, because of that connectivity, I thought they were going to be the team that I put number 1 overall in the power rankings, because I just think that from a cohesive standpoint, they have Chelsea Gray's passing, Kalia Copper's shooting and finishing, Lexi's shooting. Shug had a really good year with Washington, and I already talked about how Azure ascended throughout the first season of Unrivaled, but they just fell a little short here because I don't know if they're just lacking a little bit extra of a scoring punch that some of the other teams have, but I still think they're pretty dang good. They're pretty dang good.
No, I think it's incredible that they were able to get 4 of their 6 back. And then they replace Angel with Shakira, who's also incredibly capable as a post. And then Shug, I'm excited for. We'll have to see what she can bring, but I think she'll be great too. So, yeah I think that's really, really good.
And even the players that you added, this is the one team where I feel like everybody has at least a chemistry aspect to it. You have the 4 players that played before, and then Shakira and Shug play together in Washington. So even though they're new, they also have one another, and you could do a Shakira Shug pick and roll when they're on the court together, because I mean, of course, I'm not familiar if that's an action that they run all the time in Washington, but that's something that's going to make them both more comfortable.
Yep.
And then, do we believe in Nola Henry? Are we believers in Nola Henry? Of course we are.
Of course.
So I don't see why the Rose couldn't challenge and be 2-time champions in this league. And that's why I had them 3rd.
Well, I have them 2nd.
Okay. I mean, you feel the same way? You kind of...
Yeah, of course.
Kind of agree?
I don't understand how every other team let them get all these players back.
And not want to break it up more.
Yeah. Who picked right before them? The Vinyl?
Would have been the Vinyl. Most likely would have been the Vinyl.
I guess the Vinyl took Ray back instead of taking Lexi. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's a choice.
I guess that makes sense.
I guess so. I mean, yeah, there was a moment, what the Vinyl would have selected BG most likely out of F, right? Instead of Shakira or Azure?
Shakira.
Okay. Well, I mean,
unless,
you got the Ryan and the BG
well, it depends,
factor.
How the snake went.
If they did it the way that they revealed it to us and they drafted F first, then that would have meant that the last 2 players to be selected were Shakira and BG. And I think it's fair to defer to Ryan's big.
Which I don't understand taking Shakira last. Shakira would have been last out of
she
the
would
Fs.
have been last.
I don't see that as being true. So can't understand this.
Yeah. I cannot understand. They did not reveal the draft order. We are just wish casting, thinking about it. But yeah, a good team. This is where we have the biggest discrepancy. Where did you have the Vinyl Basketball Club?
6.
I have them 2nd. And
I mean, perhaps if I thought about it more, I would have switched something up. But that was my gut.
Sure. It's really a fraction of a point. But one of the things that I think is interesting about that club is that you have 2 Dream players, Rye and BG, and you have 2 Sparks players, De'Erica and Ray, that could do some similar actions on the court at all times with one another. Could be cool. And then it's just do you get the best version of Wheels and Court? I don't know. But hey, the Vinyl, they were in the final last year. I guess I'm giving them the subconscious bump here and putting them 2nd. But our first overall teams, I have the Mist Basketball Club, who you had third, and you have
I have the Phantom.
the Phantom, who I had fourth. Why are you so high on the Phantom?
I just think this is a super solid team, top to bottom. These are players that have so much energy. They are dogs.
Dogs.
KP, even though she didn't play in Unrivaled last year, played in the Olympics in 3-on-3. She knows how to play. Unlike everyone on this team is just good. Like even their 3 bench players, theoretically, Dana, Tosh, and Kiki, like that is so solid.
And you know, like Kiki only got better all year. Kiki's going to get better on Unrivaled too.
So I don't know. I just love this team. I'm getting such good vibes from this team, even though on my vibes ranking,
I would love to know the vibes ranking.
I should really, I don't know. I should think about this more. My vibes ranking, they were 5th. But right now, 1. I don't know. I'm just like getting very good energy from this team. They are very tall. They are going to be fast with Dana and Kelsey. Like this team is just everything to me.
Yeah. I think it's interesting and cool that you and I both have the Mist and the Phantom in our top 4 here. Teams that really, you know, you can't understate. They very much underperformed in season 1.
Yeah.
Well below expectations.
But I think that makes sense. Then they got higher draft picks, but still kept somewhat of a player from last year. So they had like a little bit of a leg up on the Breeze and Hive, but also had very good draft picks. So they got the best of both worlds, and I think will come to the top then.
Well, there you have it. We'll go right one more time. If you missed it, if you want to hear the order all in one shot for each of us, I'll just do that now. Top to bottom for me, number 1, I have the Mist Basketball Club. Then I have the Vinyl. I have the Rose, the Phantom, my top 4 there. Then I have the Lunar Owls, the Hive, the Laces, and the Breeze to close out my other 8. And Kristen?
My order, I have Phantom, Rose, Mist, Laces, Breeze, Vinyl, Hive, Owls.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to watch games. The coolest thing that I experienced with Unrivaled last year is how easy it was to love watching basically any team at any time.
Yeah. I really I'm curious your thoughts on this because I am struggling a little bit with how my team has changed. I chose the Laces. I thought, they were very good. They had a very good chance to win last year before everyone got hurt. But I still was like, that's my team. I'm sticking with them. And I loved every single one of them. I loved. And now it's so different.
Yeah. It's hard.
I have a jersey.
And it's an Alyssa Thomas jersey.
Right. So that's good. Luckily, it wasn't somebody who left. But I still want this to be my team.
Yeah.
But I like other teams better.
I am in it.
So what do I do?
I think this is what we should do. This is what we should do. You always remember the first love. You hold on to the Laces.
Yeah.
I hold on to the Owls. But year 2, we both pick a second team. And then year 3, maybe we pick a third team.
Okay.
Well, because who knows? It could keep expanding. I don't know. I feel very much the same as you do. Like, specifically Courtney and Alicia not being on the Owls, I lose a lot of my favorite W players, just plain and simple.
Yeah.
I know we never really talk about like who else other than like our absolute faves are like our favorite W players. But like, I love watching Courtney play. I obviously love watching Alicia play, and now they're elsewhere. And oh, surprise, I got Alicia on the number 1 team in my rankings. Come for me in the comments. I get it. I understand. It's the team as a whole, though.
Like, I feel like we were just gutted. Our teams were just gutted. Mine, perhaps, because the players didn't want to come back, which is something.
Yeah, like if K-Mac was still there.
Right. But like the Rose, it's not like every team is gutted.
Right.
Like the Rose is basically exactly the same.
If you were a Rose supporter, but also who is a Rose supporter because of Angel?
Right.
Angel's not there anymore.
For sure.
I'm sure there are people that are like, oh,
but
man.
she's not on a different team.
Correct.
So it's like, oh, she just left.
Yeah. I mean, the Stewie fans, they can keep the Mist. The Fee fans, they can keep the Owls. Obviously, I'm not a fan of Nafisa. Come on. But I think we owe it to ourselves to, watch the first week. And if there's a team that really jumps out at us, don't be afraid to, also when we go down to Miami, buy a shirt for that team too.
I know.
I'm
so not used to this feeling.
I know. And this is why I don't pick a W. I'm not picking a W team. And I'm glad we didn't, because we have a freaking Philly team coming in 2030.
And that's fine. Like, if this was a team in Philly, obviously we're sticking it out no matter what.
Yeah.
But like, that's not the case. I don't have any location-based loyalty to any of these teams.
No.
And it was only 1 year that they were together.
I picked the Lunar Owls because it was a bird team. That's
right.
it. And the moon, I guess that was kind of cool. I thought the branding was interesting. Some people think it's AI, but
I'm not done grieving.
I think it's fair.
The Laces team being changed.
I think it's totally fair.
Once the new season starts, yes, we'll see who I'm being pulled towards. And yeah, I'll buy another shirt.
Yeah.
That's fine. You want to support.
Exactly.
I'll let it speak to me. I won't choose ahead of time.
Yes. Don't choose ahead of time. We're going to see. We're going to find out in January, on January 5th, when the season starts, who we choose as our season 2 teams. And like I said, I'm so excited to watch these games, but we've got a lot of time to wait now. It's going to be quiet from Unrivaled, I would expect, for the next 2 months until we get going.
Oh, we got the development squad.
Oh, yes, we did get the development squad. A lot of players that we mentioned previously on the last episode of the show. We've got Haley Van Lith. We've got Michaela Timpson. We've got Haley Jones. We've got Isaiah James. We've got Letitia Amihir. And we have Emily Engsler.
Shocker. That was a shocker. But
Kristen was telling me the girlies love Emily Engsler. So they got to get her in Unrivaled.
She has fans. So I'm here for that.
Emily Engsler basically, there's like Mystics players all over the place. She's got chemistry there. I don't know why I'm just picking specifically Emily Engsler, but like, I'm glad
we didn't talk about her. That was like a cool addition that we didn't think of. Right.
Because one of the oldest player, an older player in this group here. I don't know comparably her versus LA. She's also an older player. I say older, but they're still younger players in the league. But I love this. I love the 6. I love the group that they got here, and interested to see when they all get their own action to shine in the upcoming season of Unrivaled. Anything else about these teams? Players?
No.
You're going to have to release the vibes rankings at some point.
I'm going to have to think about them more.
Send us an email if you want the vibes rankings. And we can talk about it. We can talk about it.
Exclusive.
Yes. It could be an exclusive. But yes.
Leave us a 5-star rating and review, and I'll send you the vibes rankings, even though I don't think I can do that because we don't know.
Look, if we get 5-star reviews, then you get the vibes rankings.
The vibe rankings.
Release them. 5-star rating and review. If you'd like to send us an email, you could do so. attackthebaseline@gmail.com. Connect with us, Bluesky, Instagram, TikTok. 5-star rating and reviews. Release the vibes rankings. We got to know. Kristen, we got to know. Tell your friends and family to get ready for Unrivaled Season 2. And we will be there right with you talking about these games as soon as they are available for us. That'll do it for this episode of the show. Kristen, I am staring at the baseline. What are we going to do?
Attack it.
Attack the baseline. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back soon to talk about whatever the heck's going on.